One of my viewers asked me the other day what a hot box was. So that's the topic in today's vlog. We're talking hot boxes today, folks. Let's take one moment and do a Google search on journals. Here's a Wikipedia page. Explain the different parts of a truck, but we want to talk about the journal box. That's this box right here on the end of your truck side, where the bearing or journal fits up inside there. Let's go to images, find an image of a journal. Well, here's a diagram. Give you a general idea looking in a box. You can see the journal, which is a smooth steel journal axle. There's your brass or bearing. And there's a wedge that holds the weight of the car. Truck side sits on top of the wedge. The wedge in turn sits on top of the bearing, and the bearing just rides on top of that journal that rotates in this lubricated pad. I can't find any real good example. Here's a journal right here. See, this one's definitely pitted and scratched and damaged. Your bearing rides right on top of this journal right here. Here's a good view of it right here. You can actually see the brass fits right down on top of the journal. Hello my friends, Walter here. Well, in today's vlog, I'm going to try to explain to my viewers what a hot box is or was. But let me show you something. I was out digging around the garage a while ago. Found this little item. It's got spider webs and dirt on it. You know what it is? We called it a packing iron. It's a very rare railroad tool for these days. What kind of spider webs on here to start a war? Alright, this thing is called a packing iron. It's about 3 or 4 feet long. And this is a tool we used when we were what we call packing boxes, oiling the journals on wheels. It had several functions. This hook here, you could reach down and pull your journal box lid open on the trucks with. You held it like this. Poke down in the journal box to move the journal pad. That's the pad underneath the wheel journal that lubricates, distributes the oil to the journal to lubricate it. And you could use this to straighten your pad up if it was crooked in the box. Also, every couple of years we had to replace those pads. And when we did what we call a repack, you pull that old pad out of here and you use this new one, use this packing iron to poke the new pad up under the journal, put your brass and wedge back in there, fill it up with oil, ready to go again. But anyway, you might not see one of those ever again. They don't pack boxes on trucks anymore. Most of them now are roller bearings. The friction bearings are all in a museum somewhere. But that's a packing iron. Need to get a wire brush and knock it up a little bit there.